is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. What time is it? Game time. Going beast mode when the game began. I worked all summer to be a champion. At Venice High School, all we do is win. Man, it feel good to be an Indian.
And welcome to this week's edition of the John Peacock Coaches Show. I'm John Massoni here with Venice Indian head football coach John Peacock. And, Coach, we had talked preseason about the schedule that you had put together. Challenging was a word, that we used. And I think hopefully what was going to be, exciting in some ways as well. Because,
it
the
sure has
matchups.
Been exciting.
So exciting is challenging and exciting
I think
are two words.
I think I've aged 10 years in the last 5 weeks, 6 weeks really. Would you add in Gadsden?
Yes, and that's another highly a highly ranked team as well. But this week was probably what you call an instant classic. The matchup was everybody was kind of waiting to see this matchup. Two powers from last year and then perennial powers for the last few years. And Venice came out with a 54-51 victory. And if you think that score is a lot and it sounds exciting, every point earned was exciting and
it started
dynamic.
off kind of slow.
Yeah, 7
low scoring first quarter, and then kind of both teams couldn't stop each other.
And it got to the point where you were figuring out ways to get more possessions and do certain things, which we'll see obviously in the highlight package. But talk about those decisions a little bit, because we tried 4 onside kicks and could have been successful on all 4. Really close on the 2 we didn't get. We did get 2 though.
Yeah, we got 2. We only capitalized off 1. It would have been a little bit more relaxing ball game if we were capitalized off both of them, but we capitalized off 1. It was just a decision I had to make. I just felt like neither team was stopping each other, and we were down in the pitch count because we kind of fell behind in the first half. So I felt coming out of halftime, steal this possession and let's get this thing back to neutral and let's play it out and see what happens. So we got the first one, and then we scored, and I said, well, heck, we'll try it again.
Why not? And the second one was close.
No, we got the second one.
Well, I thought we'd like it with the third one. Did we? There was one.
No, I think we got the second one.
Okay.
And then we missed the next 2.
But the idea was, I think
we missed the next one. Remember, there's a penalty. There's 4, but there was actually only 3.
Right.
I think.
But with that, like I said, what you really did was you stole momentum as well, because going into the first half, they were score up and then had a chance to get the ball. I will say that they missed a field goal at the end of the first half. That was, looking back at the score right now, was pretty critical.
They gave him the free down to do whatever and stop the clock for him. But the half was over, but they gave him a chance to line up and take a field goal, which was I just didn't understand that. But I think at the end of the first half, they went and they scored, and it was 28-14 with a minute and a half, and we got the ball back, and we got ourselves in a 3rd and long situation. So I'm making a decision here, like, should I just run it so we get out of the half at 28-14 and don't go in there 35-14? And we were able to hit a big pass to Macho and push the ball down the field, and we scored right before half. Well, I say right before half. We scored 45 seconds before half to make it 28-21, but they drove down the field as well, and they missed a long field goal.
Yep. So, again, the game itself, though, again, a lot of back and forth, a lot of big plays by the star players on both teams as well. So and even with the amount of yardage and points scored, I thought there was plays on the defense that really were key in that game as well, for at least for Venice. Yeah,
we didn't have too many stops, but one that turned out to be really crucial was we stopped and held them to a field goal in the third quarter. Yep. That was huge. And then obviously there was one situation where we had them 3rd and 20, and then we get called for a personal foul, and it puts them, somehow it was an 18-yard personal foul, so it gave them 3rd and 3. So there was so many certain situations where we did have chances to to capitalize defensively and get them to turn the ball over to us, and they always seem to find a way.
Yeah.
And that quarterback was didn't make any mistakes. The one mistake he did make, we tipped the ball. We're down there in the goal line. We had a clear, pick six with Winston Watkins, and and Ashari knocked that ball down, and it's the first ball we got knocked down all dang night. And if he doesn't touch it, when he's going,
he jumped that route. You can see it coming.
It was clear as day that he was going to take that ball the distance there.
Not too often that you moan about a tip ball at the line of scrimmage.
It's been typical.
Like, wow.
It's been typical this year on defense for us. Every time we get a chance to make a play, just something crazy happens.
Well, eventually the law of averages will start to play out. So let's see the defense second half of the season.
We'll be having 6 shutouts in a row then.
So let's see how that works. That would be interesting to see if that was the way it turned. But it would be also a nice turn of events as well.
Sure.
Again, we're here at Bogies for the John Peacock Coaches Show. And again, we appreciate them having us every week here. You've kind of got grooved in a little something on a little club sandwich action. Or
today was the turkey club. I've been doing the bacon, egg, and cheese.
Wow,
club.
that's right.
So today I was on their special. Very, very good sandwich.
And I went for their poke bowl.
I've had that before. It's really good. I had the tuna nachos before you got here, and they were really good.
I kind of deconstructed. I thought I liked the whole idea of that. So that was kind of fun. So again, come to Bogies, football season right now. College football on Saturdays. High school football on Fridays, and then you got Sunday afternoon with all the NFL action as well. So Bogies is a place to be here in Venice, and come on down and check it out. Well, we'll take a break right now, come back and look at the highlights from Friday night. And like I said, you'll see some stuff. I mean, from what we did, but I know that we're heavy on our side, but they had that quarterback just to stress. That kid is his name is Brady Hart. Is that
yeah,
Brady Hart? Because I was saying Brody for a while.
Yep, Brady Hart
there, but Brady Hart did a really, really good job too. So anyway, we'll be back here at Bogies with the highlights right after this.
Thank you to our 2024 sponsors, Jenkins Chevrolet, the Hupp Group, Venice Pest Control, Sarasota Ford, Tervis Tumbler, Absolute Aluminum.
We'll also have to thank SCF, State College of Florida, Lightning Fast Car Wash, Bogies of Venice, and Chick-fil-A in Pelican Plaza.
Education, career, future. Find yours right here at the State College of Florida. If you want a flexible schedule with classes offered on campus and online, plus several program options for in-demand fields, look no further. Create your own path today at scf.edu.
And we're back here on the John Peacock Coaches Show. And Coach, again, with a lot of highlights. Again, these games, like you said, they can age you. They put a lot of stress on you, but after the fact, like the dust settles, it is kind of a one you look back at a little bit, and you can watch the highlights and say, wow.
The dust settles, I'm really tired.
but you can smile and watch the game.
And then you got to all right, who we got next?
No doubt.
So you get to enjoy it for about
3 hours.
No, 5 minutes, and then walk in, and you're like, oh gosh, we got these guys next. Yeah,
especially the way the first part of the season went, no doubt. Right, let's go hit the highlights right now.
So we didn't start off the game great. It was a nice throw and catch there from Jace to Ryan Matulovic. Jace had a really good night. Ryan had a great night. We came and, we went 3 and out, and then Coco went 3 and out. That's why I said we kind of started. Both teams kind of started kind of slow. You see here, nice play by
jumped in front of him.
Yeah. And then Macho, Gator got hurt right at the first quarter. This was a nice return by Winston, and we got called for, you see right there, boom, our guy gets hit in the back, and it kind of looks like he clipped somebody, but he just got waylaid in the back, and ref didn't really see the whole play what happened, but nice return, all for nothing, that got called back. And then you see Gator, he had 3 carries. You can see right there he wasn't full speed and had to have his full explosiveness, and it was a great play by Nixon here to Malachi Corbett, who made some huge plays at the end of the game.
No doubt.
You see Macho finishing up a drive there for a touchdown. And then Gator played one more series. We did a fairly nice job on the run. Obviously we knew the main focus of their offense was going to be throwing the ball, so we played a little bit of an odd front to start, had a bunch of different coverages. We get called for holding there. They didn't have any holding calls all night, and it just didn't seem right. But, Gator would have had 4 carries for 80 yards. It wasn't for that.
Call back, yep.
She's nice throw and catch. Jace really did a great job putting the ball in some good spots there Friday night. Winston had a really good night. And again, Macho ran extremely hard, had over 200 yards, 3 touchdowns, and I think think both Gator and Macho.
There's Big Al's touchdown. Yeah.
Big Al was excited about that, buddy. He was happy.
He wasn't
about
quite
that.
sure what to do with it.
He didn't know what to do, but when he found out it was a touchdown, he was very, very happy about it. Like I said, we did a pretty nice job against the run, especially being in a 3-man line. You see Winston come up making a play on defense, and he played a lot on defense for us Friday night. Another good return by him.
Yeah, I thought for a second
and he had another one coming up later in the game. He might have had, if that one touchdown to get called back, he probably has 200 yards on return yards Friday night. Again, there's a Macho. This is the drive, I think, right before half. This is the drive right before half. You see a nice little comeback by Ryan, and then he makes a nice play coming up here in a second. But this is right before half. We're under a minute here, and then Ryan makes a great call, great catch here, and Jace throws a great ball in the back corner of the end zone.
Got separation right when he needed to, kind of lulled him into it.
Yeah, and then this is coming out of halftime. Recovered a nice onside kick there, great kick.
And you can see they didn't know quite to do with the ball. They just kind of got confused.
And you see Macho again, nice tough running, finishing his runs. See, our offensive line did a great job too all night.
That's
as far
one
as
thing
run
I
blocking.
mentioned later on. That the O-line played really well.
This is a great run. You'll see Big Al. He gets excited. He gets a nice jump right there. And we go, Big Al. Yep. So that's right there. We just basically tied the game there where we're down 2 scores, within 2 minutes of play time there. So that was huge for us. And then we made some plays down here. This is actually, they call pass interference. But we were able to stop them. There's the pick six.
Yep.
That could have been pick six. And then at some point we take the lead here, and the scores just we go back and forth, tat for tat. But then one of the big turning points, again, you see Winston we're moving the chains with him, and you'll see coming up he makes a really nice catch. And there's Ryan again. Ryan had a great night. And I think when I say we hit Winston here on a ball in the corner of the end zone, you'll see Ryan, or not Ryan, you see Jace makes a great throw again.
That was a perfect throw.
Double coverage and outside shoulder, great play. And then this is the second one. They come and try to get it, and they hit it.
They touched it with their hand.
Yeah, they hit it, and then we were able to recover it. But we didn't produce anything off that, so it was didn't really make an issue there. And I think this is the stop where we held them to a field goal. And then one of the big turning points is right here on the extra point where they missed the extra point. I don't know why that's not grounding, but it wasn't. And that would enabled us to basically, you see there's one of Malachi's catches. If he could have kept his feet, he would still be running there. But we're able to convert 2 extra points. You see Jace keeping the ball there with a nice first down.
Yeah, that was a big play right there too.
Yeah, that was all Coach Hunter. Then we got a 15-yard late hit. And then this is 3rd down. Nice throw and catch to Macho.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Because that guy, he saw it, but he just laid it out over his head.
This is the first 2-point conversion to put us up by 6 there. That put us up by 6. Yeah. And then they went down and they went up by 1, and then we scored again, and then we went for 2 again. And that evened up the scores for us. You see another nice return by Winston. So we're able to kind of steal a score as well because their missed extra point and our ability to gain 2-point conversions.
You gained 5 points on them, so it was like the possession plus the points gain on the 2-point conversions.
Yep, here's Winston here on our jumbo package, kind of get it in. I don't know what our numbers are, but our numbers are way, way off base where you normally hand the ball to running back. And then there's the second 2-point conversion.
And that was
to Landon Green. Heck of a throw,
catch.
heck of a catch, yeah.
He caught that with his elbows.
Yeah. And that put us up to even Steven there.
Yep.
So right now, this is the last drive. This was a big third down we converted, which is 51-51 right now. There was very little time. And I was to the point where this play right here, if we didn't break this and we get an extra 15 yards with a face mask, I was just going to go to overtime. And then Malachi makes this catch again. Huge catch, gets out of bounds. were able to run one more play, spike it, and then we had the walk off. Not walk off. We had to kick the ball off still.
It was 4 seconds.
They had one more play on. They had one more play on offense, and we finally got our turnover we were waiting for.
So 54-51 final score. And Coach, as you were describing the action, sort of going through the strategy they were going through at the same time as well, try to figure out. Again, you're getting possessions back. You're getting back to even, like you said, where you said because there was going to be you looked at the game. Let's say it was 28-28. You knew it was going to be a lot more score.
Well, there was 2 points in the game where I was kind of going back and forth on what we wanted to do and how we should do it. Like right there at the end of the second quarter, going into halftime, when it was 28-14, we got the ball the minute and a half. I didn't, really did not want to go in halftime down 35-14, and we got ourselves in a third down situation. I was thinking, man, we'll just run it here to get the clock going. But then I was like, I don't know about that because I think there's too much time, So I forced try to get a first down. We were able to get a first down, and then we're eventually able to go down there and score. And it kind of gave us some good life there going into halftime. Instead of going in down 14-28, going down 28-21, and then I know they were getting the ball at half, but then coming out of half, making a decision of going surprise onside. I figured, heck, we haven't stopped them yet. Now, I mean, all we're doing is just shortening the field a little bit for them. So able to get that and to tie it up the way we did, it was a huge swing in a short period of time for that football game. And then at the end of the game, when it was 51-51, I want to say we got the ball with a minute 15.
Minute. I want to say maybe a minute 20, 25.
Yeah, because they slow played that last drive. I mean, they ran the ball, way more than they had run the ball all night. They kind of kept that clock going, and they were trying to score to where we didn't have enough time to.
I think they were going for overtime.
Yeah, there's no doubt. And I thought what my personal and you could see that Coach Steiner was making a decision too after they scored. He wasn't sure whether he was going to kick it or go for two. And I was like, gosh, please kick this ball, because they go for two, and they're up 52-51. It's a little bit added pressure to everyone.
Absolutely. When you went down the field, there was nothing to lose.
Right.
Making throws like the last throw to Malachi. All of a sudden, that becomes
you saw the run by
to make that throw.
The run by Dorian, where we got the face mask, that was huge. That was a fourth down and 1 situation, and he busted that long run, and then you tack on 15 for the face mask. That was huge. That put us at the 35.
And you're in range now.
Right. I'm going to attempt. I'm at least attempting that 35-yarder for sure. But I figured if we could get 10 more yards, we're pretty automatic there. If we can get 10 more yards, get the ball at 25, we'll be in really good shape for a field goal. And then, us never practicing kill.
Yeah.
I'm talking to him.
Here's
to
what you got to do. Yeah.
I'm talking to Jason on the sideline. Listen, you're gonna catch the ball, just throw it on the ground. If I say kill, we're going to catch the ball, throw it on the ground. I can just throw it straight. Yep, throw it straight down. Throw it straight on the ground. And shotgun. Yep, and shotgun. Throw it straight down the ground. And I even asked the ref, "We can throw it down the ground, right? Shotgun." He goes, "Yes, sir." Okay, so and everyone's like, "Why'd you leave 9 seconds on the clock?" And I'm like,
"Listen,
I'm just glad we get to try a field goal here."
That's right. And you'd hope that's the that you have no time, but that's not the case.
Yeah,
it's not the case.
That's something that you don't want to play around with. Let's burn 4 more seconds off and something crazy happen, and then now instead of kicking the game-winning field goal, you're going into overtime. So we had to kick the ball back off, but with our kicker, we'll have the ultimate trust in him that he's going to put it in the end zone, which he did, and then. They had one play. They had to go 80 yards, and they had one play.
Yeah.
And then, I didn't put that highlight on there because when I was doing the highlight film, I was like, all right, there's a field goal. That's the end of the highlights. But, Winston had an interception there in the game and to kind of seal it, which was nice.
Yeah, no doubt. 54-51 again. Great game at Powell Davis Stadium. Crowd didn't go home. They got their money's worth, whatever they paid.
Anybody who has season tickets has got a steal, right?
That's all right now. It's a steal.
Yeah,
you got more games to go.
Even if the rest of the games are absolutely horrible,
yeah,
you've made your money.
Some really good ones. There's no doubt about that. With that, we'll take a quick break here from Bogies and the John Peacock Coaches Show. Come back and talk a little bit about what's coming up this week all kinds of interesting stuff this week.
Who knows?
Yeah, we don't know. It's exciting. We're standing here without.
It's like Christmas. We'll wait till open the box.
We'll see. It's a wait and see scenario. Be right back here after this.
Thank you to our 2024 sponsors, Jenkins Chevrolet, the Hupp Group, Venice Pest Control, Sarasota Ford, Tervis Tumbler, Absolute Aluminum.
Let's like to thank SCF, State College of Florida, Lightning Fast Car Wash, Bogies of Venice, and Chick-fil-A in Pelican Plaza.
Education, career, future. Find yours right here at the State College of Florida. If you want a flexible schedule with classes offered on campus and online, plus several program options for in-demand fields, look no further. Create your own path today at scf.edu.
And welcome back to the John Peacock Coach Show. And Coach, we went to break. We said we're waiting and seeing about some things. So as we sit right here right now, we don't know if we're playing football on Friday.
The decision's going to be made Friday morning. I think it all depends on what this storm does and how much we are affected. If Lee County schools, which they're a little bit farther south, so they're, as of recording on Tuesday, they're in a safer scenario than we are in Sarasota. So they think that they'll be able to host a game, and as long as our players are safe and away from harm and are not flooded in and we don't have any major issues, we'll be able to go play them Friday night as planned. If not, we're going to reschedule for the Monday of our off week.
They said there's a contingency plan.
Right, yeah, because this is a district game that you have to play it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You have to play it.
So, Lehigh, it's a district game. We've played them a few times before with success. What do we expect out of Lehigh this week?
You know, Lehigh's they're 0-4. They have a new coach. They're kind of in a rebuilding year. So we're going to take this opportunity and we're going to get a chance to play some of our younger kids. I mean, ultimately, you know, the main thing is that we expedite the winning of the football game.
Right, absolutely.
But we're going to start Alex Schaefer at quarterback for one. We'll get him his first start as a varsity quarterback. So you'll see a little different type of play there.
Right.
Obviously, Alex's set of skills are different than Jace. You know, Jace is more of a drop back passer. Although we have seen throughout the year he can definitely run when he needs to.
Oh, the one that showed the highlight for that one run was crucial. Yeah.
But you know, Alex is a true dual threat athlete back there at quarterback. So we're gonna be calling plays into what he is, what he does best. So. Gator's going to be held out. We're going to be out. Landon Marsters is going to be out. Anthony Tanek is going to be out. So we'll have a number of starters that are not playing. Jace is going to dress, and I may put him in the game situations to throw the ball around a little bit or do some things that we want him to. But we're going to get Alex his first start, get his feet wet, and kind of give him some experience. Because Alex. He may be running the team next year, so we got to give him some experience.
It's a great opportunity for him, live action, so that's a really good deal. Talk about the O-line a little bit. I thought that they played maybe every game, but they've played solid football the way you want Venice High School linemen to play. I thought they played very, very well. Your opinion?
Yeah, they have definitely done an unbelievable job. They're physical. Al Oliver, he likes to finish. I love watching O-linemen finish. It's probably the funnest thing as a coach to see. It's the most exciting thing to see.
Right.
Is an offensive lineman that loves to finish a block, and they're getting to that point where they're starting to learn that and love that. And once we all get there and we all have that attitude, we'll even be that much better. You throw into the mix a combination of a guy behind center that can throw the ball with receivers that can catch and run. And then, the main thing, the offensive line, that they're coming off the ball, and you put someone like Gator and Macho behind them.
Right.
It's going to be a very successful scenario. So they have done a great job. We've had time throwing the ball. Not to say that we're perfect. We're nowhere near perfect. They do have their mistakes, but as a unit, really good kids to be around, really fun to coach, really fun to see Coach Hunter interact with them and coach them. They have a tight-knit group, which is what you always want on your team at any position group, really. But, those guys spend a longer time on the field. They spend more time in the film room. They have Zoom meetings, on a weekly basis away from the practice facilities.
Yeah.
So they have a cool little bond, and that's neat to see. And that stuff will last. That stuff will last forever. And Coach Hunter Coach Hunter's an unbelievable football coach, by the way, and great person as well. But he does an unbelievable job with them.
And you can see there's a lot of joy between everybody in the team when we score a touchdown.
Yeah.
The linemen they're in the middle of everything, and you like to see their enthusiasm. They are
linemen are the ultimate teammates.
Right. They're paving the way for you to.
We talk about this in our leadership meetings. Is like the ultimate teammates, offensive linemen. They get no glory. All they do is pave the way for other people to get glory, because no one typically is writing about, you see the block that Roman Mock made,
right,
or
right.
the block that Al Oliver made. No, there's like, you see that run that guy made. Well, it wasn't. The guy would have been stuffed in the backfield if we didn't have done what he did up front.
And a lot of things, like I said, going forward on a 4th and 1, it's as much of the O line making the play as it is anybody else. Because if they don't, then he's got nowhere to go.
There's no doubt about it.
So when your confidence in making a call is probably about the confidence you have in the offensive line.
There's no doubt about it. And they're big, strong, physical kids. I think this has got to be our biggest offensive line we've ever had, as far as height and weight.
Across the board.
Yeah, across the board.
They all have a similar. Big Al's a little bigger, maybe, but they all have a similar physique, I would say.
Yeah, we have, they're all, well, except LeCicero. LeCicero's like the little runt in there, but they're all 6'4", 6'5", big, strong kids that are athletic. And LeCicero's a big guy. He's really athletic, too. He's just not as tall as him.
Right, no doubt. All right, we'll take our last break tonight and come back and wrap things up, talk a little bit more about Lehigh, and maybe even talk a little bit about what's to come then in the second half of the season after this very, very exciting first half of the season. Be back here at Bogies with the John Peacock Coach Show right after this.
Thank you to our 2024 sponsors, Jenkins Chevrolet, the Hupp Group, Venice Pest Control, Sarasota Ford, Tervis Tumbler, Absolute Aluminum.
Last, we'll have to thank SCF, State College of Florida, Lightning Fast Car Wash, Bogies of Venice, and Chick-fil-A in Pelican Plaza.
Education, career, future. Find yours right here at the State College of Florida. If you want a flexible schedule with classes offered on campus and online, plus several program options for in-demand fields, look no further. Create your own path today at scf.edu.
Back here at Bogies, and Coach, obviously you're still, it's a wait-and-see scenario like we said before. Hopefully we play. I think that's what you would want to have, is keep that momentum going.
Yeah, we don't want to end up having to play on a Monday night. That makes it. It's just difficult for everyone, and you never know how Friday night's going to turn out, or who's going to be injured, or whatever it may be, and you got to play a game. 2 days later, you lose somebody, and you haven't got the next person quite ready yet. So that makes it tough.
Right, no doubt about that. But again, if we do play, obviously we want our fans down there. We will not be live streaming this week for a couple different reasons, but nonetheless. It'll be have to see it if you get down there, and that's what we want everybody to travel well down there.
And I don't think there's any in-county games. I think every in-county game's been canceled because we wouldn't be allowed to play if it was in our stadium. So the only reason we're allowed to play is as a away game, if possible.
Yeah, no doubt. And so, but everybody get a chance out, come see a game, district game, because like I said, the second half of the year, we have 3 district games in the last 5 games, and we always talk about how important they are.
Count.
It's the ones that count the most. So hopefully we can get focused. And and again, the big games, the Cocoa game, the IMG game coming up, but they're great and they mean a lot. But like you always said, those banners you hang are based on those other games.
Exactly.
So that's where everybody needs to be focused on. I think fans as well. We need your as much support then as any other game. We need them at a game like Lehigh, because going down for that drive down there, you need to get little bit of enthusiasm from your home crowd.
Yeah, and it's not a bad drive either.
No, it's not at all. I mean, considering how
It's right off the interstate.
how long we've traveled in different places,
Yep.
but it really isn't that bad of a place to get to. With that, Coach, we thank you again for being here. Thank you guys for watching, as always. For John Peacock, I'm John Massoni. Thanks for watching the John Peacock Coach Show. We'll see you back here next week. Have a good day.
What time is it? Game time. 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 Going beast mode when the game begin. I worked all summer to be a champion. At Venice High School, all we do is win. Man, it feel good to be an